Hello, welcome to the West Ham Way YouTube. Myself, Mark Carlaw. On my own tonight, unfortunately. Riley unavailable again. No, it's fine. He's a very busy boy. So it's down to me tonight. So this is the preview for tonight's game. Anderlecht at home. Ultimately, one I think we're all pretty confident in. Obviously, the obvious factor being that we beat them last week at their place in Belgium. It was a tough game though. We had to sort of grind it out as such, but we got the job done 1-0. And I think that's really the theme for tonight, isn't it? I think we just got to get the job done because the fact is, tonight we can secure our place in the knockout stages. We can secure a top spot in the group if results go our way. So it's one of them nights, actually, it's very big for the club. And the reason I say that, it's not just because of the obvious. Well, yeah, you win and it's you get through to the next round. Of course, that's great. But I think there's more to it than just that. It's the fact that West Ham have qualified early, in European competition. And this is on the back of a season where we finished in the semi-finalists in the Europa League last season. I just think it gives that aura that West Ham are we're starting to solidify ourselves as a European team. It's a big game. And let's be honest as well, we've had a tough start to the Premier League season. Domestically, we have struggled at the beginning. And you just get the feeling things are starting to turn, that we're really starting to get the grips now with the season, with the campaign. And this will just be a big step towards that confidence, that aura of we're going to achieve something decent this season. And I'm really starting to feel that way. And I think tonight will just be that real push that we are on the way for this being another successful season. I appreciate it's still early doors, but this is a big game tonight, and I think I'm quite confident we're going to get the job done. Personally, that being said, Anderlecht no pushovers. I'm sure they'll try and make it difficult, but ultimately, with the quality we've got in the squad, you'd expect us to get the job done tonight. And I'm actually quite confident of that. I spoke to Dave and X today, and there will be a write-up on our website this evening as well, and you can see their predictions for the game. They're both very confident, to be honest. And I actually think most fans are, which sometimes that tends to bite us, doesn't it? If we're a bit too confident, but ultimately, I do think we're going to get the result. My prediction, 2-0. It's an interesting one in terms of the team news then. So the big thing is Mikel Antonio. He looks like he's out of the game, and actually, I'm 99% sure he is. He's picked up an illness in the week. X confirmed this earlier in the week and saying that he missed training. He also missed some media engagements. I think he was supposed to be on a podcast. He pulled out of that, and he's spoken himself about that. He's really knocked him for 6. So Mikel Antonio, I'm all but certain, is out tonight, which means then Scamacca is the most likely candidate to come in for his role tonight. As I'm assuming that Mick was going to be starting, which I actually think he was. That means then Scamacca will be the preferred choice, leading the line tonight, which actually I don't think is a bad thing, as long as he stays injury-free. But we want to get his match fitness up as well and continue to build on that. So I don't think it's a bad thing that Scamacca is going to be playing. But let's be honest, Moyes is going to be ringing the changes. We know that he will do, and that's the whole point of having this depth. We've seen it from the game last week against Anderlecht, and then going back into Premier League action. There was about, I think, 9 changes overall. I'm expecting similar. With Scamacca included, that'll be 1 less, so possibly 8 changes. You've got the goalkeeper Areola. I'm expecting Soufal to be back at right back, or possibly Ben Johnson. Actually, I will actually say Ben Johnson. That's going to be my guess for that. You've then got the back line. Angel Bonner should be featuring. Moyes has already alluded to the fact that he's building up his match fitness. He's still, recovering from a serious knee injury, and they're not trying to rush him back. But these sort of matches are sort of perfect for him, really, you'd think. So I'm expecting Ogbonna to start. Who he lines up alongside him, I'm not sure. Kira, you'd imagine, we could do with a little bit of a break, I think. He's playing a lot of games. I know Moyes clearly trusts him. We're seeing that for a new player to come in the club like Kira, it's quite impressive, really, when you think about it. He's pretty much started. He got off the plane and started for us. And he's been a regular fixture. I think it's only him and Declan Rice that have made the most consistent appearances this season. So I would actually imagine, if I was David Moyes, I actually think I'd like to rest him. I think he's played quite a fair few games already. You've obviously got Dawson available, and you've got Kurt Zouma and other options as well. So it'd be interesting actually to see how we're going to line up at the centre back. But that'd be my guess. I think it would possibly be maybe Ogbonna and possibly then Dawson. I'm not too sure. Left back, I'm going to say Aaron Creswell for this game. That'd be my guess. Although of course you've got Emerson there as well. Into the midfield, I mean, the big thing for us, I think for most fans, is going to be Flynn Downs. You know, he's got to start. I'm anticipating he will start. He deserves to start. His performances in this competition so far, back-to-back man of the match performances. You know, it would be very harsh to leave him out. And what a great opportunity again for him. And the argument is, if he does produce another performance like he has done in this competition, another man of the match display, very composed, you've got to say he's knocking on that door now for a start in the Premier League, and he really could be making a case again tonight for a start alongside Rice against Southampton. I know Moyes doesn't like to shake things up too much, and he's loyal to his players, but there's no arguing here that Downs is really making the right noises and doing the right things on the pitch. And I just think, you know, if he puts another big display tonight, I mean, really, he has to be considered, doesn't he? He really does have to be. Scamacca, as we said, will be starting up front. No Max Cornet, I believe. I don't think he's going to be back in time for tonight. He's picked up a calf strain. I think the earliest opportunity is going to be Sunday for him to return. But even then, I wouldn't imagine he'd start the game if that is the case. I imagine if he is going to be fit, he'd probably be on the bench. So my guess is that Max Cornet will not be playing tonight, which leaves the void of there, Benrahma, you know, stepping in. A player that, let's be honest, Moyes just doesn't seem to trust. He doesn't seem, however well he plays, he rarely gets a run in the team. And I think if you look at his involvement so far this season, he hasn't been involved a lot, especially recently, hardly at all, which is a shame. But I think that the fact that we've all known it for quite some time that David Moyes is just not a big fan of Benrahma, doesn't really seem to trust him too much. It's just, it's rolling on, isn't it? It's rolling on for another season. Although I do expect him to start tonight. This is a big opportunity for him. He needs to take it, because the last time out against Anderlecht in Belgium, he was very wasteful on the ball. I just think he's over trying. I think he recognises that he's been given an opportunity, and rather than play his natural game and be confident, and he's just desperately trying to do well and overthinking everything, and it just seems to backfire massively on him. So it'd be good to see him put in a good performance tonight. That's more accustomed to him. Jared Bowen possibly will start, I'm guessing. You know, he's in good form. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. And I also suspect that Lucas Paqueta will be involved, but I'm guessing from the bench. Manuel Lanzini, you'd imagine, will be occupy that sort of number 10 role, which is going to be... it's an interesting game tonight, but one that I genuinely think that we will win. And if we do win, yes, you know, as I said earlier, gets us set up nicely for the knockout stages. It gets us in a very strong position. But also, let's be honest, it'd be great for us ahead of Sunday. You know, Sunday's a big game in the Premier League. Southampton away, big game. Another opportunity for us to get 3 points. And we're playing catch up here, so we need every game like that. We need to go and win. Southampton have been pretty poor this season, so a win tonight would certainly give us a nice boost going ahead into that game. So no, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, my prediction tonight, 2-0. That's what I'm going to go with. I hope I'm right. Or if I'm not, I hope it's a better scoreline than that. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Come on, you irons.